Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to Penwortham Priory Academy. My name's Mr. Eastham, the principal here at Priory, and I'm proud and privileged to be able to welcome all of you here to this video where I can tell you all about our great school. So welcome. Welcome to Penwortham Priory Academy, a great school where every pupil learns to succeed. I will, over the course of this video, make reference to several staff who'll be happy to help and assist you in any way, should you wish to contact them at any time, but in particular with anything related to their specific roles and responsibilities here at Priory. But to start, and more important than any of us, are our pupils. Please, whenever you have the opportunity, take the time to speak to as many of our pupils as possible. Quiz them. Ask them what it's like to be a pupil at Priory. Of course, I understand how important the move from primary to secondary is. Year sixes, you've reached that important stage in your learning journey where you need to make a decision about which secondary school you want to go to and whether that school might be Priory. Parents, guardians, you need to feel comfortable that Priory is going to be the right school for your son or daughter to attend for the next 5 years. 5 years where you'll see them change from being an 11 to 12-year-old to being a 15, 16-year-old. Where you'll see them grow and develop from primary school children to young adults. Potentially 5 of the most important and informative years of their lives. And I know you want to get that decision right, and I understand how important that decision is. And that decision of making your choice of secondary school, I know, isn't necessarily an easy one. Sometimes, of course, we can become a little too obsessed with just the facts and the figures, because often that's all we're exposed to. What percentage of pupils got level 4? What were the results like? What does Ofsted say? What does my next door neighbour think about the school? What's their opinion? Even though they may never have even set foot in the school itself. And of course, whilst all those things are worthy of consideration, we need to remember that it's equally important not to lose sight of the fact that they are only part of the picture, and that there are other key elements to a school that are equally as important, if not more so. Other things matter too. Health, happiness, a rounded education, the ability to work with others, the arts, these need equal recognition too. What really matters in the end is asking yourselves what feels like the right school for your daughter or son. And year 5s and 6s, asking yourself what feels like the right school for me. What's the right school? The right fit? To cater best for your own character with your own individual needs. So for me, the decision shouldn't be as simple as going to the same secondary school, for example, as certain friends perhaps, or as simple as going to the same school that we might have gone to as parents, simply because that's where we went. Nor should it be as simple as making our decision based on what we as parents think schools are like in an area based on our own childhood days. Surely schools should have moved on, evolved and changed in that time. Instead, I feel it's important that our young people choose the school that we feel is right for them as parents or guardians, but that they like too. Parents, guardians, I can guarantee that from September next year, when your child starts here at Priory, that you'll really only be interested in one thing: how your daughter or son is doing. And I have to say, you won't be particularly concerned as parents in 5 years' time about our extremely good Ofsted rating, or as good as ours are, what the headline result figures are for the year group, or even for the school. You won't be concerned about the national blizzard of national exam statistics. You'll be bothered about how your daughter or your son has done. You'll be bothered about whether your son or daughter has been challenged and achieved their potential over their 5 years with us. Whether they, as an individual, have the necessary skills and qualifications to go on to do what they want to do: college, university, job, or apprenticeship. But just as importantly, you'll be bothered, I'm sure, that throughout the 5 years there at secondary school, whether your son or daughter has been happy and has felt safe and supported at school. As parents, I've no doubt, like me, that you want all of these things for your daughter or son. We cater for all of this at Priory, and that's where I feel Priory is unique and why I feel Priory is a great school. A school where we do our utmost every day to make Priory an even greater school than it already is, so that all our pupils can learn to succeed. A school where the best things happen for our pupils. Priory is a school for the pupils. So what makes Priory a great school? What makes Priory unique? What makes Priory Priory? Well, what matters most to me and to my staff is having a school where, first and foremost, all pupils feel safe, happy, and that they belong to our school community. Their pastoral care. And Mrs. Crank, our Assistant Vice Principal, oversees and coordinates the work of our pastoral team here in school. So we focus on having the best pastoral care for each and every one of our pupils, regardless of ability or background. Where all our staff strive every day to overcome each individual pupil's barriers to success. Year 5s and 6s, parents, guardians, you no doubt want a school where you feel safe, feel happy, and where you feel you belong. We know, because our pupils tell us, that at Priory, pupils do feel safe and happy and feel that they belong to our school community. It's important to us. And to make sure this is the case, we have a strong and effective pastoral team, as well as a great learning support department, all of whose job it is to ensure each and every individual in school feels supported, feels safe, is happy, and feels like they belong to our school community. Because in my view, it's only when we have pupils who feel safe and happy in school, who feel that they belong to our school community, that we can then focus effectively on their academic care and provide each with a varied and rich curriculum in order for them to gain good individual results as a stepping stone into their futures. And this academic care is grounded in having the best curriculum. And Mr. G, our Assistant Vice Principal, oversees and coordinates the work we do here at Priory in relation to the curriculum and our pupils' outcomes. So our curriculum, quite rightly, supports the core academic subjects of English, maths and science. But also, regardless of what headline measures at the end of Year 11 might prioritise, our curriculum values and recognises the contribution that other subjects can have on the lives of our young people. A curriculum that gives our young people the chance to appreciate art and culture, to enjoy music and drama, to participate in sport and games, and which provides a secure grounding in the practical skills the modern world requires. A curriculum not constrained in the choice of subjects on offer to either our girls or our boys. The arts, the humanities, drama, music, PE, the range of technologies, languages and computing, engineering, all subjects not only offered here at Priory to all our pupils, to all our girls and to all our boys, but equally chosen and studied in large numbers by both our girls and boys to GCSE level and then on at college. A curriculum supplemented by a huge variety of trips and visits, clubs and practices. A curriculum shaped for the pupils, for their individual interests and aspirations, rather than a curriculum shaped by us, focused on headline measures for pupils to be shoehorned into. So, at Priory, we not only focus on our pupils' pastoral care, we then have a varied and rich curriculum that best supports our pupils in three key fundamental ways: their learning progress in the classroom, their academic progress, and their personal development, teaching them specifically the skills needed to help them succeed in life, as well as the attitudes needed to help them contribute positively to society. In relation to our pupils' learning progress in the classroom then, Mrs. Cowell, our Vice Principal, oversees and coordinates the work we do here at Priory in this key area. So we insist that our pupils are challenged to learn and progress well. We take pride in making every learning encounter matter for our pupils. So we make sure that your son or daughter is receiving the best teaching support, and therefore learning in lessons. Lessons, therefore, delivered by specialist teachers in both girls' and boys' education, teaching their specialist subjects, supported by the best teaching assistants. And that means that lessons at Priory are planned to be engaging, but challenging, designed to make our pupils think hard. And parents, guardians, we expect your support in looking over your son or daughter's work and challenging them as we do to do it to the best of their ability and present it well from the outset. And to ensure every learning encounter matters for all pupils, as the principal, I have a duty of care with my staff to deliver an environment conducive to the effective teaching and learning of all the pupils in school. So in choosing Priory, our pupils agree to uphold what we call our Priory standard, the highest expectations of all from all. How? Through our three pillars of everyday learning. Not only through our expectations of pupils' behaviour outside of lesson time, travelling to and from school, at breaks and lunch times, on school trips and visits, for example, but how they can become great ambassadors not only for Priory, but for themselves and for you, their families. Making it clear to our pupils then, and you as parents or guardians, not only what our standards and expectations are, but also how they can meet these every day. Lessons, by the way, at Priory are for learning. Breaks and lunch times are for socialising and chatting informally with friends. So should any individual's behaviour severely compromise that, impacting negatively on the learning of others, disrupting the progress they might otherwise make, then they will be excluded. So again, in choosing Priory, our pupils agree to uphold our Priory standard. Why? so we can achieve our aim for them. That all pupils learn to succeed and leave Priory equipped with the right skills and attitudes to help them succeed in life, contribute positively to society, and go on to further education, employment or training. That's our daily mission as a school. That's why we're all here. That's why our pupils come to our school every day. So great learning, teaching, assessment and standards. But you no doubt want a school as well that gets great results, that gets the best possible academic outcomes for your daughter or son, dependent on their individual abilities. Priory gets great results. And I'm delighted to say that despite this year being the year when there was an expected fall in grades nationally, and most of this year's GCSE students being in year 8 when the pandemic hit, results were still a real celebration for our students and staff here at Priory this year, as we continue to maintain our strong academic outcomes from previous years. So I'd like to congratulate the pupils on their success for these excellent results across the board, alongside some truly exceptional outcomes in certain areas. We're not a selective school. Our young people have a range of academic abilities, and that range changes from year to year. So potentially, therefore, do our outcomes. Yet Priory continues to get consistently great results for the individual pupils that learn with us. Great results for girls and great results for boys. And we pride ourselves on delivering lessons that not only meet the range of all the pupils' needs, but where different teaching styles are used to suit how girls learn best, how boys learn best, and how girls and boys learn best together, so that boys and girls thrive in their learning together. Of course, there will always be a great deal of interest in pupils who've achieved the very top grades of 7 to 9 on GCSE results day. And yes, here at Priory, we are always very proud of those pupils that achieve such grades. These young people have done exceptionally well, enabling them to leave Priory and continue to be successful in their future lives, both at college or in employment or training. And then later on, enabling them to go on into their individual chosen fields. Barristers, solicitors, doctors, PhD graduates, all pupils of this school. In other words, if your daughter or son is academic, they will achieve here at Priory. They will fulfill their potential. They will do as well as pupils in other schools. Priory is an academic school. Academic achievements are extremely important. What our pupils leave school with in terms of their academic qualifications is a key focus for us, which means we have our academic year group system to ensure the best academic care for our pupils. That means that pupils have a specialist head of year who works closely with subject leads, teaching staff and learning support staff to track and monitor their ongoing academic progress from one year to the next across all subjects. In so doing, they coordinate any further intervention strategies that might be necessary to ensure each and every pupil achieves their full academic potential. But don't worry, we don't simply stop there and focus on the holy grail of certain headline figures for the school at the expense of the individual pupil. After all, GCSEs chiefly should be there to help a young person make the right choices for their own personal post-16 progression. So we also have our pastoral vertical house system, to ensure the best pastoral care of each of our pupils. This means there are children from each year group in our tutor groups. All members of the same family will have the same tutor and will be in the same form. They are in the same house with the same house leader, allowing us to really get to know each family. The house leaders work closely with all staff in school to track and monitor our pupils' ongoing personal development, their character and culture development, our personal development award programme and our inter-house competitions, allowing pupils to contribute to and feel a valued part of not only the whole school community and their own particular year group, but their own house, Calder, Douglas, Hodder or Ribble. So here at Priory, we give as much attention to our pupils' personal development through our PSHE and citizenship sessions, on their character development and on their culture development, in order to fulfil our daily mission. And to make sure this is the case, we have a strong and effective team of staff in school to coordinate our Learning for Life programme for us, ensuring we focus as much attention on preparing our pupils for the next stage of their lives beyond Priory, as we do on their academic progress and achievements. Priory is a school then that will nurture your sons or daughters' talents, will prepare them for the world of work and adult responsibility, but will also instil in them the strength of character to withstand life's adversities and culture, so they understand the importance of treating other humans with courtesy and dignity, by helping them to make the right choices and take the right steps. And it's this combined equal focus on the development of our pupils' pastoral care, their academic progress, their personal development, and on their character and culture development that I believe makes Priory unique, and that I believe makes Priory pupils unique. So our focus at Priory will always be on the pursuit of excellence across a wide range of accolades, never forgetting what matters most in schools. Children who are safe, happy, who feel like they belong to our school community, provided with a rich and varied curriculum, getting good results as a stepping stone into their future, and gaining an opportunity from reliable adults on how to become good citizens of the future. So here at Priory, just as academic progress is accredited through the awarding of GCSEs, our girls and boys in equal measure will be noticed, valued and accredited through our Personal Development Award programme, consisting of our Priory Plus Award, received when they demonstrate and put into practice what they have learned in their personal development and culture sessions, and rewarded with star badges, certificates for pupils' records of achievement and achievement points towards trips and visits. Our Pixel Edge Award, a nationally recognised accreditation that allows us to credit pupils for demonstrating those personal skills and qualities that are essential to evidence for employability and life. Their skills for life beyond Priory: leadership, communication, resilience, organisation and initiative. As well as the Duke of Edinburgh's Award from Year 10 to help build confidence, dedication and commitment. Sports people, pop stars, the youngest qualified pilot in the country, Jordan North, Radio 1 DJ, all past pupils of this school. All individuals with their own unique skills and talents who have been supported here at Priory and done exceptionally well, allowing them to go on and do what they want to do. And that's another thing that makes Priory great. We make decisions based on the individual. We care about the individual. Priory is a school where individuals matter. Your children are at the centre of your world. And at Priory, we appreciate that and therefore nurture them as individuals. So finally, what might we want for our children at secondary school then? Well, I'm certain, more importantly than anything, you'd want them to be happy. Our pupils here at Priory are happy, mixing with and making friends with girls and boys that they'll be with for the next 5 years, that they can continue to grow and develop with in an environment that reflects what their life will be like beyond secondary school, at college and in working life. And you know the most important question that I still ask each of my children and will continue to ask when I get home from work? Have you enjoyed school today? Because if they enjoy going to school, then I know they are enjoying their learning at school. Now, all that you've heard from my speech is good and well, but in reality, our open evening and open days are really all about you. To experience for yourselves why Priory really is a great school. Not only do I want you to leave with enough information that helps you make an informed decision about Priory, but perhaps more importantly, I want you to leave with that all-important feeling that Priory is the right school for you. So, year 6s, year 5s, think to yourself, do I feel I could be happy at Priory? And parents, guardians, do you feel your son or daughter would be happy here at Priory? Please don't underestimate the feel you get for a school. It's often that feeling that you get that can make all the difference between you feeling happy and supported at school for the next 5 years or not. If you'd like to see more of Priory at any time, then you're welcome to visit when the school is operating, so you can experience the atmosphere during a normal school day. We do have 2 open days on the 28th and 29th of September with tours on the hour, every hour. And we don't avoid visitors coming into Priory at breaks and lunch times either. In fact, we have an open school policy at Priory, where pupils are allowed in the school at breaks and lunch times to make full use of the facilities and opportunities available to them. We trust them to look after the school. This is their school. These are their resources and their facilities, and they should be able to use them as and when they need. Now, we are an oversubscribed school, and we currently have an extensive waiting list. So if you feel that Priory is the right school for you, put us down as your first choice on the form. That's the best way of helping you get a place with us. But even if, for whatever reason, after you've applied, you don't get a place with us, or are unhappy with the place you've been given, please don't just accept that. If this is where you want to be, get in direct contact with us and we'll look to see what we can do to give you the opportunity to come and learn with us. So, as and when you do visit or watch the tour of the school online, make the most of it. Have a look at our fantastic facilities that we're very proud of and the likes of which you'll see no better in any other school in Lancashire. So thank you for taking the time to listen to my speech all about our school, all about Penwortham Priory Academy, a great school where every pupil learns to succeed.